Confidence is not built in isolation. The people who are consistently present in daily life influence thoughts, beliefs, and actions more than most realize. Energy is contagious, and the environment shapes mindset and self-perception. If surrounded by individuals who doubt, criticize, or operate from fear, those influences begin to seep into the subconscious, making confidence harder to sustain. However, when surrounded by people who uplift, challenge, and inspire growth, confidence becomes a natural byproduct of that environment. The key to building unstoppable confidence is to consciously design a support system that reinforces belief in oneself rather than diminishes it. Identifying and eliminating toxic influences is essential. There are people who drain energy, instill doubt, and project their own fears onto others. They may not even do it intentionally, but their presence still weakens confidence. Constant exposure to negativity, criticism, or small-minded thinking limits potential and reinforces self-doubt. Recognizing these influences and creating distance allows space for a more empowering environment. This does not always mean cutting people out completely, but it does mean setting boundaries and choosing how much time and energy is given to certain relationships. Seeking out high-achieving, confident, and growth-oriented individuals shifts self-perception. Being around people who consistently push themselves to higher levels creates an environment where confidence and success feel normal. These individuals operate with a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. When surrounded by people who take bold action, embrace challenges, and refuse to let fear dictate their choices, those habits and beliefs naturally begin to transfer. Mentorship accelerates confidence growth. Learning from those who have already mastered confidence and success shortens the learning curve. A mentor provides perspective, challenges limiting beliefs, and offers strategies that have been proven to work. The right mentor can act as a mirror, reflecting back strengths and potential that may not yet be fully recognized. Actively seeking guidance from those who have already achieved what is desired creates a roadmap for personal growth. Engaging in communities that reinforce confidence and growth makes transformation easier. Whether it is a mastermind group, a professional network, or an online community of like-minded individuals, being part of a collective that shares similar goals creates accountability and momentum. Confidence grows faster when reinforced by a group that values progress, resilience, and action. Supportive communities provide encouragement during setbacks and amplify wins, making growth feel both normal and expected. Giving value to others strengthens confidence. Teaching, mentoring, or sharing experiences builds self-trust and reinforces knowledge. When helping others grow, confidence in one's own abilities deepens. Contribution shifts focus away from internal doubts and toward making a meaningful impact. The act of providing guidance, whether formally or informally, creates a sense of certainty and purpose that fuels confidence. Consistently exposing oneself to empowering content reshapes thinking. Books, podcasts, seminars, and courses filled with powerful ideas, strategies, and success stories keep the mind immersed in confidence-building principles. The brain is constantly absorbing information, and intentional exposure to positive, empowering messages counteracts self-doubt. Replacing time spent consuming negative media or engaging in disempowering conversations with learning from high-level thinkers and achievers accelerates the development of a confident mindset. Celebrating others' successes reinforces self-confidence. A scarcity mindset, where others' wins are seen as threats, weakens confidence and creates unnecessary comparison. However, adopting the belief that success is abundant and available for everyone shifts perception. When genuinely happy for others' growth and achievements, it reinforces the belief that personal success is also inevitable. This mindset eliminates competition and fosters an environment of collective elevation where confidence thrives. Building confidence is not just about personal mindset, but also about shaping the environment to support that mindset. The people, influences, and information absorbed daily either strengthen or weaken confidence. Choosing to be intentional about these influences creates an unstoppable foundation for self-belief. Over time, confidence is no longer something that fluctuates based on external circumstances, but becomes an unshakable part of identity, reinforced by a powerful and empowering support system. Confidence is deeply tied to what you focus on. The mind is like a spotlight, and whatever it shines on becomes your reality. If you focus on fear, doubt, or past failures, your brain will find evidence to support those thoughts, reinforcing insecurity and hesitation. However, if you shift your focus to opportunities, strengths, and solutions, you train your brain to seek empowering perspectives. The difference between someone who feels unstoppable and someone who feels stuck is not their external circumstances, it's what they consistently focus on. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One focuses on everything that could go wrong, replaying worst-case scenarios in their head, and as a result, they feel paralyzed by fear. The other focuses on how they can grow from the situation, what they can learn, and what strengths they can bring to the table. Even before taking action, the second person already feels more confident because their mind is aligned with a solution-oriented approach. The event itself didn't change, only their focus did. The brain has a built-in filter called the reticular activating system, RAS, which determines what information gets through to your conscious mind. There are millions of bits of data around you at any moment, but your RAS selects what's relevant based on what you habitually focus on. This is why when you decide to buy a specific car, you suddenly start noticing it everywhere. It was always there, but now your brain has been trained to look for it. The same applies to confidence. If you constantly focus on what's missing, your RAS will highlight all the reasons you're not good enough. If you focus on opportunities, strengths, and wins, no matter how small, your RAS will reinforce those instead. One of the fastest ways to shift focus is to ask better questions. The brain is wired to answer whatever questions you give it. So if you ask, why am I so bad at this? Or what if I fail? Your mind will come up with reasons to justify those beliefs. But if you ask, what's great about this situation? Or how can I make this work? You force your brain to find empowering answers. The quality of your questions determines the quality of your focus, and your focus determines the level of confidence you feel. People who lack confidence often replay negative memories, reinforcing the belief that they are not capable. The mind cannot distinguish between a real event and a vividly imagined one, so every time you relive a failure, your brain experiences it as if it's happening again. The key is to consciously redirect your focus by recalling past successes instead. Even small wins count. Times when you took action despite fear, moments when you solved a problem, or times when you showed resilience. When you make a habit of focusing on these experiences, you remind yourself that you are capable, reinforcing confidence at a deep level. Visualization is a powerful tool for directing focus. Top athletes and performers use it to rehearse success before they even step onto the field or stage. By mentally practicing a confident performance, you train your brain to believe in that outcome. If you repeatedly visualize yourself walking into a room with certainty, speaking with clarity, and handling challenges with ease, your mind starts to accept it as reality. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about rewiring your brain through repetition. The more your brain experiences confidence in your mind, the more natural it becomes in real life. Your focus is also influenced by the people and environments you surround yourself with. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, criticize, or doubt themselves, their mindset will start shaping yours. However, if you surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you to grow, and reinforce a success-driven focus, your confidence will naturally increase. Being mindful of what you consume, whether it's books, podcasts, conversations, or even social media, plays a crucial role in what your mind fixates on. Gratitude is another powerful shift in focus. It's impossible to feel fear and gratitude at the same time. When you train yourself to look for what's good in every situation, even challenges become opportunities. Instead of focusing on what's missing, gratitude directs your attention to what's already working, shifting your energy toward abundance and confidence. Making it a habit to list 3 things you're grateful for every day can rewire your brain to naturally focus on the positive. Momentum plays a big role in confidence. Whatever you focus on grows, so the more you reinforce positive focus, the stronger it becomes. Every time you celebrate a win, no matter how small, you build psychological proof that you are capable. By stacking these small victories, confidence becomes your default state, not something you have to force. Focus is a muscle, and just like any muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it gets. Beliefs shape reality. Every action, decision, and response is driven by the beliefs held about oneself and the world. Confidence is not something people are born with. It is built by eliminating limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones. A limiting belief is a thought or assumption accepted as true that holds a person back. These beliefs are often formed from past experiences, societal conditioning, or repeated negative self-talk. Over time, they become ingrained, shaping how challenges are approached and what is considered possible. The good news is that beliefs are not facts. They are mental constructs that can be changed. Most limiting beliefs stem from fear. The fear of failure, rejection, or not being good enough creates invisible barriers that prevent action. When a belief is reinforced repeatedly, it becomes part of identity. Someone who has failed a few times at public speaking might tell themselves, "I'm just not good at speaking in front of people." This thought, when repeated, becomes an internalized truth, even though it is not a permanent reality. The first step to breaking these beliefs is recognizing them. Awareness is power. By identifying and questioning limiting beliefs, they begin to lose their grip. One of the most effective ways to destroy limiting beliefs is to challenge their validity. A belief is only as strong as the evidence supporting it. When a negative belief arises, asking questions like, "Is this really true?" or "What proof do I have that this is a fact?" weakens its hold. More often than not, these beliefs are based on isolated experiences or irrational fears rather than objective truth. If someone believes they are not capable of success, they can list past achievements, no matter how small, to counter that belief. The brain needs proof to change its perspective, and providing it with counterexamples begins the rewiring process. Another powerful tool for changing beliefs is reframing. Reframing means taking a negative thought and shifting its meaning. Instead of seeing failure as proof of inadequacy, it can be seen as feedback and growth. The most successful people in the world have faced countless failures, yet they view them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. A belief like, "I always fail," can be reframed to, "Every failure is a lesson that brings me closer to success." This simple shift changes the emotional response and builds resilience. The language used internally and externally plays a huge role in reinforcing beliefs. Words create reality. When someone constantly says, "I can't, I'm not good enough," or "I'm always nervous," they are programming their subconscious mind to accept those statements as truth. By consciously changing language to empowering phrases like, "I am capable, I am improving every day, and I handle challenges with confidence," new neural pathways are formed, strengthening a mindset of certainty. Affirmations, when repeated with conviction and emotion, become self-fulfilling. Modeling is another strategy to eliminate limiting beliefs. If a belief suggests that something is not possible, finding someone who has already achieved it proves otherwise. Studying their mindset, habits, and strategies creates a blueprint for success. Seeing others succeed in similar circumstances removes excuses and shows that limitations exist only in the mind. This is why surrounding oneself with confident and successful individuals naturally elevates one's own beliefs. Their energy, perspectives, and attitudes become contagious, making confidence the new standard. Taking action is the ultimate way to destroy limiting beliefs. Confidence is built through experience. No amount of thinking will replace the power of doing. When action is taken despite fear, the brain collects evidence that the belief is false. Each small success chips away at doubt until the limiting belief no longer holds power. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward anyway. The more often this is done, the stronger the belief in one's own capabilities becomes. Visualization is a technique that accelerates belief change. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between real and vividly imagined experiences. By repeatedly visualizing success, confidence, and resilience, the brain starts to accept these images as reality. Athletes, performers, and high achievers use this technique to mentally rehearse their best performances before they happen. By seeing oneself succeeding, handling challenges, and demonstrating confidence, the mind aligns with those outcomes, making them more likely to happen in real life. Past conditioning and experiences do not have to define the future. Beliefs are flexible and can be rewritten at any time. With awareness, deliberate language, action, and a shift in focus, limiting beliefs lose their power. Confidence is a byproduct of consistently choosing empowering beliefs over fear-based ones. The mind adapts to what it is repeatedly exposed to, meaning that through conscious effort, confidence can become the default state. Confidence is not something that simply appears. It is built through action. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to feel confident before they take action. But confidence is actually the result of taking action. It comes from proving to yourself over and over again that you can handle challenges and move forward despite fear or uncertainty. The mind naturally creates hesitation when facing something unfamiliar. But the only way to break that hesitation is to take massive action. Every time an action is taken, the brain collects evidence that success is possible, reinforcing belief in one's own abilities. Fear and self-doubt will always exist, but action is the antidote. The more time spent thinking, overanalyzing, and hesitating, the stronger fear becomes. The brain magnifies what is focused on, meaning that dwelling on potential failure makes it seem larger and more intimidating than it really is. The solution is to bypass the mind's tendency to create doubt by making movement a habit. The moment hesitation creeps in, taking immediate action interrupts the cycle of overthinking. The longer an opportunity is delayed, the more resistance builds. Small actions compound into unstoppable confidence. When broken down, confidence is nothing more than repeated proof that success is possible. If a person struggles with public speaking, every time they step up and speak, even in a small setting, they reinforce the belief that they can handle it. If someone wants to become more assertive, speaking up in small ways daily builds the muscle. Taking action in small, consistent ways eliminates fear because the brain starts associating the activity with capability rather than danger. Perfectionism is a major confidence killer. Many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect skill level, or the perfect plan before taking action. This delay creates stagnation, and stagnation fuels self-doubt. Confidence is built by embracing imperfection, taking action before feeling fully ready, and learning through experience. The most successful people in the world do not wait until they have every detail figured out. They take bold action, adjust along the way, and trust in their ability to figure things out. Action creates clarity, and clarity builds confidence. Momentum is everything. When action is taken consistently, momentum builds, making it easier to keep moving forward. The hardest part is always the first step. Once that step is taken, the next one becomes easier. A person who consistently takes action trains their mind to expect progress, whereas a person who constantly hesitates trains their mind to expect inaction. The brain adapts to whatever pattern is reinforced. One of the most effective ways to take massive action is to create urgency. When there is no urgency, the mind naturally defaults to procrastination. Setting deadlines, committing publicly, and creating accountability forces action. A person who tells themselves they will start someday rarely follows through. But someone who sets a specific time and tells others about it is far more likely to take immediate action. External pressure can be a powerful tool for breaking through hesitation. Breaking through fear requires conditioning. Just as muscles grow stronger through repeated exercise, confidence grows through repeated exposure to discomfort. The key is to intentionally seek out small challenges daily. This can be as simple as striking up a conversation with a stranger, making a bold decision without overthinking, or saying yes to an opportunity that feels slightly uncomfortable. These small moments train the brain to associate action with growth rather than fear. Fear shrinks in the face of action. When something is feared, the mind exaggerates it. But when action is taken despite fear, reality is often much less intimidating than the imagination made it seem. A person who hesitates before making a phone call to an important client may build it up in their head as a stressful event, but once they take action, they realize it was just another conversation. Every time fear is challenged, it weakens. The brain rewires itself through experience, learning that fear is not a stop sign, but a sign of growth. Massive action transforms identity. Every time action is taken, the brain forms a stronger belief that this is who the person is. If someone consistently takes bold action, they begin to see themselves as confident, decisive, and capable. Identity shifts through action, not thought alone. The more a person proves to themselves that they follow through, the more confidence becomes second nature. Confidence is not about knowing every answer or avoiding failure. It is about trusting that no matter what happens, the ability to adapt and succeed is already within reach. The words spoken internally and externally shape reality. Language is not just a tool for communication. It programs the brain to think, feel, and act in specific ways. Every word spoken carries energy and meaning, influencing emotions, beliefs, and actions. People who consistently use weak, uncertain, or negative language reinforce self-doubt and hesitation, while those who use powerful, decisive, and empowering language condition themselves for confidence and success. The way something is described to oneself determines how it is experienced. When a challenge is labeled as overwhelming, it feels overwhelming. When it is called an opportunity, the brain searches for solutions instead of obstacles. The words spoken internally are even more important than those spoken out loud. Self-talk, the ongoing internal dialogue, creates the framework for confidence or self-doubt. Every time a person tells themselves, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or this is too hard, they reinforce those beliefs at a subconscious level. The mind listens to whatever is repeatedly said, whether it is positive or negative. The good news is that self-talk can be rewired. By consciously choosing empowering language, confidence is built from the inside out. Replacing phrases like, I don't know what to do with, I'll figure this out, shifts the focus from limitation to possibility. The power of words extends beyond self-talk. The language used in everyday conversations also impacts confidence. People who speak with uncertainty, using words like I guess, I think, maybe, or I'm not sure, weaken their own credibility. On the other hand, those who speak with conviction, using words like I know, I will, and I'm certain, naturally command more confidence from both themselves and others. The subconscious mind picks up on these cues. Speaking with certainty, even in uncertain situations, conditions the brain to operate from a place of strength rather than hesitation. The tone of voice also plays a crucial role in confidence. Someone who speaks softly, hesitantly, or with a questioning inflection at the end of their sentences signals uncertainty. In contrast, someone who speaks clearly with a steady and strong tone conveys confidence. The way something is said is just as important as what is said. Speaking slightly louder than usual, using deliberate pauses, and emphasizing key words create a presence of certainty and authority. The voice is a tool that can be trained like any other aspect of confidence. Another key element is the use of empowering affirmations. Repeating positive statements with emotion and conviction rewires the subconscious mind. Affirmations like, I am confident, I handle challenges with ease, and I am in control of my success, create new neural pathways that reinforce belief in oneself. The key to effective affirmations is not just repetition, but also emotional intensity. Speaking them aloud with energy and certainty makes them more powerful. Combining affirmations with strong physiology, standing tall, breathing deeply, and smiling further enhances their impact. The way problems and setbacks are described determines how they are handled. When something is called a failure, the brain processes it as a defeat. When it is called a lesson, the brain looks for growth. Simply shifting the language around a challenge changes how it is perceived and responded to. Instead of saying, I'm stuck, saying, I'm strategizing my next move, reframes the situation in an empowering way. Language creates the lens through which life is viewed. The more empowering the language, the more resilient and confident the mindset becomes. Another powerful language shift is moving from I have to I get to. Saying I have to give a presentation creates a sense of obligation and pressure. Saying I get to give a presentation turns it into an opportunity. This simple adjustment transforms how experiences are approached. Words shape emotions, and emotions drive actions. By intentionally choosing words that create excitement rather than stress, confidence becomes the natural response. Surrounding oneself with empowering language also means limiting exposure to negative words from others. Spending time with people who constantly complain, doubt, or use disempowering language influences thought patterns. Just as a strong body is built by consuming nutritious food, a strong mind is built by consuming positive and empowering words. Listening to confident speakers, reading inspiring books, and engaging in conversations that uplift rather than drain all contribute to a confident mindset. Mastering language is a direct path to mastering confidence. Every word spoken, whether internally or externally, reinforces a belief system. By becoming intentional about the words used, confidence is not left to chance. It is created and strengthened daily. The mind is always listening, and by feeding it powerful, decisive, and empowering language, confidence becomes an unshakable foundation. Physiology is one of the most powerful and immediate ways to create confidence. The way the body is used directly affects emotions, energy levels, and overall state of mind. The connection between the body and brain is so strong that changing posture, breathing, and movement can instantly shift feelings from doubt to certainty. People who lack confidence often exhibit physical signs of hesitation, slouched shoulders, shallow breathing, avoiding eye contact, and small hesitant movements. These signals send messages to the brain reinforcing insecurity. On the other hand, confident individuals carry themselves differently. They stand tall, breathe deeply, move with certainty, and make strong eye contact. These physical changes trigger a cascade of biochemical reactions that boost confidence naturally. The fastest way to shift into a state of confidence is through posture. A powerful posture, shoulders back, chest open, head held high, immediately signals the brain to feel more in control. Research has shown that simply standing in a power pose for 2 minutes can increase testosterone, the hormone associated with dominance and confidence, while reducing cortisol, the hormone linked to stress and anxiety. This hormonal shift creates a natural boost in certainty and presence. A person who physically takes up space, rather than shrinking or closing in, projects and experiences more confidence. Breathing also plays a crucial role in physiology. When someone is nervous or uncertain, their breathing becomes shallow and rapid, sending signals to the brain that something is wrong. This increases anxiety and reinforces self-doubt. Deep, controlled breathing has the opposite effect. Taking slow, deep breaths activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the mind and creating a sense of control. A simple yet powerful technique is the 4-7-8 breathing method. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. This slows the heart rate, clears the mind, and shifts the body into a confident state. Movement is another powerful tool for confidence. The way a person moves affects their emotions and energy. Someone who walks slowly with their head down and arms crossed is sending messages of insecurity to their brain. In contrast, someone who walks with purpose, with a steady stride and upright posture, reinforces confidence. Fast, decisive movements create a sense of energy and certainty. Even something as simple as standing up straight, stretching, or raising the arms above the head can instantly shift feelings. High-energy movements, such as jumping, shaking out the body, or even dancing for a few seconds, release endorphins that naturally boost confidence. Eye contact is a critical part of physiology that signals confidence both to oneself and to others. When people avoid eye contact, it sends a subconscious message of uncertainty and insecurity. Holding strong, steady eye contact, even for a few seconds longer than usual, builds presence and self-assurance. Confident individuals look people in the eye when speaking and listening, creating a sense of trust and certainty. This simple habit can transform interactions and elevate self-perception. Facial expressions also play a key role in shaping emotions. Smiling, even when not feeling confident, triggers the release of dopamine and serotonin, chemicals associated with happiness and well-being. A smile can instantly shift the brain into a more positive state, creating a feedback loop that reinforces confidence. On the other hand, a tense jaw, furrowed brows, or a tight mouth signals stress and doubt. By consciously relaxing facial muscles and maintaining a slight smile, a person can project and feel more confident in any situation. Voice and tone are another aspect of physiology that affect confidence. Speaking in a low, steady, and clear voice projects certainty. People who speak too quickly, mumble, or use a soft, hesitant tone come across as unsure of themselves. By slowing down speech, adding intentional pauses, and projecting the voice from the diaphragm rather than the throat, confidence is reinforced. Speaking slightly louder than usual and emphasizing key words adds to the presence and authority of the message. The body and mind are constantly influencing each other. While many people try to think their way into confidence, shifting physiology is a faster and more effective approach. Instead of waiting to feel confident, acting confident through posture, breathing, movement, and expression creates the feeling naturally. The more this is practiced, the more the body and brain work together to make confidence the default state. The people who surround an individual have a profound impact on their confidence, mindset, and success. Human beings are social creatures, and the energy, beliefs, and attitudes of those closest to them shape how they see themselves and what they believe is possible. Confidence is not just an internal trait. It is influenced by the environment, and one of the strongest factors in that environment is the company a person keeps. Being around those who uplift, challenge, and inspire naturally elevates confidence, while spending time with negative, doubtful, or unsupportive individuals slowly erodes self-belief. Every conversation, every interaction, and every relationship either strengthens or weakens confidence. If someone is constantly around people who complain, criticize, or discourage ambition, it becomes harder to maintain a strong sense of self. Even the most confident individuals can begin to doubt themselves if they are surrounded by negativity long enough. On the other hand, when someone is around driven, supportive, and confident people, they naturally begin to absorb those qualities. The mind adapts to the dominant energy in its environment, which is why it is essential to be intentional about relationships. One of the most effective ways to build unstoppable confidence is to seek out and surround oneself with people who are already confident and successful. Confidence is contagious. Observing how confident people think, speak, and act provides a model for developing the same traits. Being in the presence of those who consistently push themselves, embrace challenges, and believe in their abilities makes it easier to adopt those behaviors. This is why mastermind groups, mentorship, and high-level networking are so powerful. They expose individuals to new ways of thinking and acting that elevate their own standards. Eliminating or minimizing time with negative influences is just as important as surrounding oneself with positive ones. People who constantly criticize, doubt, or project their fears onto others create an environment where confidence struggles to grow. It is easy to internalize the fears of others, especially when they come from family, friends, or colleagues. While it is not always possible to remove all negative influences, limiting exposure and setting boundaries protects confidence. It is important to recognize that someone else's fear or doubt does not have to become personal reality. The conversations a person engages in daily shape their belief system. Conversations filled with possibility, encouragement, and constructive challenge strengthen confidence, while conversations centered around fear, failure, and excuses weaken it. Being around people who talk about growth, solutions, and opportunities conditions the brain to see life through that lens. Seeking out discussions that expand perspectives, challenge limiting beliefs, and reinforce strengths accelerates confidence development. Mentors and role models play a significant role in shaping confidence. Learning from those who have already achieved success in a chosen field provides both knowledge and belief that greater success is possible. A mentor's confidence, experience, and perspective serve as a guide for navigating challenges and pushing beyond limitations. Even if direct mentorship is not available, studying successful individuals through books, podcasts, interviews, and events provides insight into their mindset and strategies. By consistently absorbing the thoughts and habits of those who embody confidence, those same patterns can be developed. Accountability partners create an environment where confidence thrives. When someone commits to a goal and shares it with a supportive partner, they are more likely to follow through. Knowing that someone else is invested in their success increases motivation and reinforces belief in their abilities. Accountability partners challenge each other to take action, celebrate progress, and push past fear. Having someone who holds high expectations reinforces confidence by creating a standard of excellence. The way people respond to challenges and setbacks is heavily influenced by those around them. If failure is seen as a reason to quit or a source of shame, confidence diminishes. But when surrounded by those who view failure as feedback, learning opportunities, and necessary steps towards success, confidence grows stronger. The ability to reframe setbacks in an empowering way becomes second nature in an environment that values growth over perfection. Being intentional about relationships is a strategic decision for confidence building. It is not just about avoiding negativity, but actively cultivating an environment that supports success. Choosing to be in spaces where ambition, resilience, and confidence are the norm makes those traits easier to embody. By consistently surrounding oneself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire, confidence becomes a natural state. rather than something that requires constant effort to maintain. The mind is constantly shaped by the thoughts it focuses on. Whatever is repeatedly imagined, believed, and reinforced becomes reality. The brain does not distinguish between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool for building confidence. When someone consistently envisions themselves succeeding, overcoming challenges, and handling situations with certainty, the brain wires itself to believe in that reality. Confidence is not just about past experiences, it is also about the future reality the mind consistently rehearses. Elite athletes, top performers, and successful leaders use visualization as a core strategy to prepare their minds for success. They see themselves winning before they even step onto the field. They mentally rehearse the perfect speech before they ever walk on stage. They imagine themselves walking into a room with unshakable confidence before the actual moment arrives. This mental conditioning strengthens belief, reduces anxiety, and primes the body and mind for success. When a situation arises, the brain recalls what it has already practiced, making confidence feel natural rather than forced. The key to effective visualization is to make it as vivid and detailed as possible. Simply thinking about success in a vague way does not create a strong emotional impact. Instead, visualization must engage all the senses. Seeing the environment, feeling the emotions of success, hearing the sounds associated with the moment, and even imagining physical sensations make the experience feel real. The more detailed the mental image, the stronger the impact. The brain begins to treat the visualized experience as if it has already happened, reinforcing the belief that success is inevitable. Emotional intensity amplifies the effects of visualization. When confidence is visualized with strong emotions, excitement, pride, gratitude, the brain forms stronger neural connections. The emotions signal to the mind that this experience is meaningful and worth reinforcing. This is why visualization should not just be a passive exercise, but something that is felt deeply. Smiling, standing in a powerful posture, and even speaking affirmations while visualizing create a stronger connection between the mental image and the physical body. Visualization is not just about seeing success, it is also about mentally preparing for obstacles. Confidence is not built by ignoring challenges, but by rehearsing the ability to handle them effectively. By imagining a difficult situation and mentally walking through the steps to navigate it successfully, the brain creates a blueprint for real-life execution. When an actual challenge arises, the mind recalls the rehearsed response, making it easier to act with certainty rather than hesitation. Repetition is what makes visualization truly effective. A single session can have an impact, but consistent practice rewires the brain for long-term confidence. Just as physical muscles grow through repeated exercise, mental confidence strengthens through repeated visualization. Spending even 5 minutes each day mentally rehearsing confidence in various situations conditions the mind to operate from a place of certainty rather than doubt. The more frequently success is visualized, the more natural it feels. Visualization also works when combined with physical movement. Walking, standing tall, or practicing power poses while mentally rehearsing success strengthens the mind-body connection. Adding movement signals to the brain that confidence is not just an abstract concept, but something physically embodied. This creates a deeper sense of alignment between thoughts and actions. Writing down visualized experiences further reinforces them. Journaling about imagined successes, describing the details, and reflecting on the emotions involved make the mental rehearsal even more powerful. This turns visualization into a tangible practice rather than something fleeting. Writing also helps clarify goals and strengthen the belief that they are achievable. Visualization is not about wishful thinking. It is about mentally conditioning the brain for confidence and success. The subconscious mind operates based on the images and emotions it receives. By feeding it powerful, confident, and successful images, it begins to accept those experiences as reality. Over time, this internal belief system influences actions, decisions, and behaviors, making confidence an automatic response rather than something that needs to be forced. Through consistent visualization, confidence becomes deeply ingrained, creating an unstoppable mindset. Taking consistent action is the ultimate key to building unstoppable confidence. Confidence is not something that appears out of nowhere. It is created through experience, repetition, and overcoming challenges. Many people wait until they feel confident before taking action, but the truth is that confidence comes from taking action first. The more something is done, the more familiar it becomes and the less fear and doubt exists. Every time action is taken, it reinforces the belief that success is possible, that challenges can be overcome, and that growth is happening. The biggest enemy of confidence is hesitation. When someone hesitates, the mind fills with doubt, overanalyzing every possible outcome and creating unnecessary fear. The longer action is delayed, the stronger the fear becomes. The key is to break the cycle of hesitation by taking immediate action. Small steps taken consistently build momentum. Even if the first action is imperfect, it is far better than doing nothing. Progress, not perfection, is what creates confidence. The simple act of moving forward reinforces self-trust and eliminates the paralysis of overthinking. Breaking big goals into small, manageable actions makes it easier to stay consistent. If a goal feels overwhelming, the mind naturally resists taking action. By focusing on one small step at a time, the resistance fades and confidence builds with each completed step. Taking daily action, no matter how small, conditions the brain to expect success. Confidence grows when success becomes a habit rather than a one-time event. Courage and confidence are deeply connected. Taking action despite fear strengthens courage, and the more courage is exercised, the more confidence grows. Confidence is not about never feeling fear. It is about acting in spite of it. Fear loses its power when it is confronted regularly. Each time an uncomfortable situation is faced head-on, the mind learns that discomfort is temporary and that growth always follows. What once seemed impossible becomes second nature with enough repetition. Preparation enhances confidence, but over-preparing can lead to procrastination. Many people believe they need more knowledge, more training, or more resources before they take action. While preparation is valuable, it must be balanced with execution. Learning through action is the fastest way to build real confidence. Experience provides lessons that books and courses cannot. By stepping into action and adjusting along the way, skills develop naturally and confidence becomes unshakable. Embracing failure as part of the process is crucial. People who fear failure often avoid action, which keeps them stuck in self-doubt. The most confident individuals understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a necessary part of achieving it. Every mistake made is an opportunity to learn, adjust, and improve. When failure is seen as feedback rather than a personal flaw, confidence remains intact regardless of the outcome. Each attempt, successful or not, strengthens resilience and builds a foundation of self-trust. Tracking progress reinforces confidence. When people take action but do not acknowledge their growth, they can feel as though they are not improving. Keeping a journal of accomplishments, lessons learned, and milestones reached serves as proof that confidence is growing. Looking back at past progress provides motivation to keep moving forward, especially in moments of doubt. Recognizing even small wins builds momentum and reinforces the belief that success is inevitable. Surrounding oneself with action takers accelerates confidence. Being in an environment where others are consistently pushing themselves creates a culture of progress. Seeing others take bold action serves as a reminder that challenges can be overcome. Energy is contagious, and being around people who prioritize action rather than excuses naturally raises personal standards. A community of like-minded individuals provides both accountability and inspiration to keep moving forward. Taking action consistently rewires the brain for confidence. The more experiences are collected, the more evidence the mind has that success is possible. Confidence is not built through theory or wishful thinking. It is built through real-world experience. Every time action is taken, it strengthens belief in one's ability to handle any situation. Over time, taking action becomes a habit, and confidence becomes an automatic response, rather than something that needs to be forced. By making action a daily practice, confidence grows to a level where nothing feels impossible. The way the mind speaks to itself determines the level of confidence it operates with. Thoughts shape emotions, and emotions influence actions. If the internal dialogue is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, confidence will always be limited. But if the mind is trained to speak with power, certainty, and encouragement, confidence will become unshakable. The brain believes what it hears most often, whether those words come from others or from within. The ability to control and direct self-talk is one of the most important skills for building lasting confidence. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest obstacles to confidence. Many people have internalized critical voices from past experiences, words from parents, teachers, peers, or even societal expectations that created doubt. These negative beliefs run in the background like a program, influencing decisions and behaviors. Thoughts such as, I'm not good enough, I always fail, or I'm not ready, create an internal reality that limits action and reinforces insecurity. The good news is that these thought patterns can be rewritten. Just as a muscle can be strengthened with exercise, self-talk can be trained to become more empowering. Becoming aware of negative self-talk is the first step. Many people are so used to speaking negatively to themselves that they do not even notice it. Catching these thoughts in the moment allows them to be challenged and replaced with something stronger. A simple but effective strategy is to ask, would I say this to a close friend? If the answer is no, then it should not be said to oneself either. Instead of reinforcing doubt, the focus should be on shifting language towards something constructive. Replacing negative thoughts with powerful affirmations transforms confidence from the inside out. Affirmations are not just feel-good phrases, they are intentional statements that shape the subconscious mind. Repeating statements such as, I am capable, I handle challenges with confidence, or I am always growing and improving rewires the brain to believe in those truths. The more these affirmations are spoken, the stronger the belief becomes. Speaking them out loud with conviction strengthens the effect, as hearing the words reinforces them even more deeply. The tone and energy behind self-talk also matter. Saying I am confident in a weak, uncertain voice does not have the same effect as saying it with power and conviction. The brain responds to emotion, and the stronger the emotion attached to a statement, the more deeply it is absorbed. Speaking affirmations while standing tall, breathing deeply, and looking in the mirror creates a full-body experience that aligns thoughts with physical presence. Using empowering questions shifts the mind from doubt to confidence. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Asking, how can I succeed? Directs the brain to look for solutions. Instead of thinking, why am I not good enough? Asking, what strengths do I already have? Reinforces positive belief. The mind is always searching for answers, so directing it with better questions creates better outcomes. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting self-talk. When the focus is on what is lacking, confidence weakens. But when attention is directed towards strengths, past successes, and personal growth, confidence naturally increases. A daily habit of listing 3 things to be proud of or grateful for shifts the internal dialogue from one of lack to one of abundance. Recognizing progress, no matter how small, builds self-trust and reinforces the belief that confidence is growing every day. Speaking to oneself as a coach rather than a critic builds resilience. Challenges and mistakes are inevitable, but the way they are interpreted determines their impact. Instead of saying, I failed, saying, I learned something valuable, changes the perspective. Instead of, I'm not good at this, saying, I'm improving with every attempt, shifts focus to growth. Confidence is not about never facing setbacks, but about knowing how to respond to them with strength. The external environment influences self-talk as well. The words heard from others impact internal dialogue. Surrounding oneself with people who uplift, encourage, and reinforce positive beliefs makes it easier to maintain empowering self-talk. Avoiding environments filled with negativity, criticism, and doubt protects confidence and allows it to grow stronger. Training the mind to speak with confidence is a lifelong practice. Just as physical health requires consistent exercise and nutrition, mental confidence requires consistent self-talk and thought management. Over time, these patterns become automatic and confidence becomes a natural state of being. The more the mind hears strength, the more it believes in it. By mastering self-talk, confidence is no longer something to chase. It becomes an unshakable part of who a person is. The body and mind are deeply connected, and the way the body is used has a direct impact on confidence. Posture, movement, and breathing influence emotions, energy levels, and the way challenges are approached. When the body is positioned in a strong, upright posture, it sends signals to the brain that reinforce confidence and certainty. On the other hand, slouching, shallow breathing, and hesitant movements send signals of insecurity, reinforcing doubt. The way the body is carried creates a feedback loop that either builds confidence or weakens it. One of the fastest ways to shift into a confident state is to change physiology. Standing tall with shoulders back and chest open instantly boosts confidence. This is not just psychological. Research shows that body posture affects hormone levels. When standing in a powerful position for even 2 minutes, testosterone, the hormone associated with confidence, increases, while cortisol, the hormone linked to stress and anxiety, decreases. This means that confidence is not just about thinking differently, but also about physically embodying confidence through posture and movement. The way someone walks reflects their level of confidence. Walking with purpose, with strong strides and an upright posture, signals certainty. People who move with confidence naturally feel more confident. Hesitant, slow, or slouched movement sends signals of uncertainty to the brain, reinforcing doubt. By practicing deliberate, strong, and purposeful movement, confidence becomes a natural part of the body's language. Breathing also plays a crucial role in confidence. Shallow, fast breathing is associated with nervousness and fear, while deep, controlled breathing promotes relaxation and certainty. When breathing deeply into the diaphragm, the body feels more centered and calm. Or walking into a high-pressure situation, taking a few deep breaths can immediately shift the state from anxiety to confidence. Oxygenating the body properly ensures that energy levels remain high, making it easier to think clearly and act decisively. Facial expressions influence emotions and confidence levels. Smiling, even when not feeling confident, triggers physiological changes that create a positive emotional state. Smiling releases endorphins, which improve mood and reduce stress, making it easier to project confidence. Eye contact is another powerful tool. Maintaining steady eye contact during conversations conveys assurance and engagement. Avoiding eye contact, on the other hand, signals insecurity and weakens presence. Practicing strong, steady eye contact in daily interactions strengthens confidence over time. Using expansive gestures reinforces a confident mindset. People who make themselves small, crossing arms, keeping hands close to the body, or avoiding open movements, subconsciously communicate uncertainty. Expanding movements, using open gestures and taking up space, create a sense of presence and authority. Speaking with the hands naturally, using fluid and purposeful movements, enhances the message being communicated and projects confidence. Engaging in physical activities that build strength and endurance enhances confidence. Exercise strengthens the body, but it also strengthens the mind. When the body feels strong, the mind follows. Activities like weightlifting, martial arts, yoga, and dance improve posture, coordination, and overall energy levels, reinforcing a sense of power and capability. Regular physical training creates a habit of overcoming challenges, pushing limits, and building resilience, all of which translate directly into greater confidence. Vocal tone and speech patterns influence confidence levels. Speaking in a strong, clear voice projects certainty, while a weak or hesitant voice diminishes presence. The pace, volume, and clarity of speech affect how both the speaker and the listener perceive confidence. Practicing speaking slightly slower with controlled breathing and deliberate pauses creates a more powerful presence. Recording and listening to speech can help identify areas for improvement and reinforce confident communication habits. The environment affects physiology and, in turn, confidence. The spaces people spend time in influence their energy levels and mindset. Cluttered, dark, or unorganized environments can drain energy and create mental fog, while clean, open, and well-lit spaces enhance focus and clarity. Spending time in environments that inspire, whether through nature, design, or association with high-energy individuals, strengthens confidence by reinforcing a state of motivation and clarity. Consistently training the body to move, breathe, and act with confidence creates a natural, effortless presence. Over time, these habits become automatic, making confidence a default state rather than something that needs to be forced. By mastering physiology, confidence is no longer just an idea, but something deeply embedded in both the body and mind, creating an unstoppable presence in every situation. Confidence is not built in isolation. The people who are consistently present in daily life influence thoughts, beliefs, and actions more than most realize. Energy is contagious, and the environment shapes mindset and self-perception. If surrounded by individuals who doubt, criticize, or operate from fear, those influences begin to seep into the subconscious, making confidence harder to sustain. However, when surrounded by people who uplift, challenge, and inspire growth, confidence becomes a natural byproduct of that environment. The key to building unstoppable confidence is to consciously design a support system that reinforces belief in oneself rather than diminishes it. Identifying and eliminating toxic influences is essential. There are people who drain energy, instill doubt, and project their own fears onto others. They may not even do it intentionally, but their presence still weakens confidence. Constant exposure to negativity, criticism, or small-minded thinking limits potential and reinforces self-doubt. Recognizing these influences and creating distance allows space for a more empowering environment. This does not always mean cutting people out completely, but it does mean setting boundaries and choosing how much time and energy is given to certain relationships. Seeking out high-achieving, confident, and growth-oriented individuals shifts self-perception. Being around people who consistently push themselves to higher levels creates an environment where confidence and success feel normal. These individuals operate with a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. When surrounded by people who take bold action, embrace challenges, and refuse to let fear dictate their choices, those habits and beliefs naturally begin to transfer. Mentorship accelerates confidence growth. Learning from those who have already mastered confidence and success shortens the learning curve. A mentor provides perspective, challenges limiting beliefs, and offers strategies that have been proven to work. The right mentor can act as a mirror, reflecting back strengths and potential that may not yet be fully recognized. Actively seeking guidance from those who have already achieved what is desired creates a roadmap for personal growth. Engaging in communities that reinforce confidence and growth makes transformation easier. Whether it is a mastermind group, a professional network, or an online community of like-minded individuals, being part of a collective that shares similar goals creates accountability and momentum. Confidence grows faster when reinforced by a group that values progress, resilience, and action. Supportive communities provide encouragement during setbacks and amplify wins, making growth feel both normal and expected. Giving value to others strengthens confidence. Teaching, mentoring, or sharing experiences builds self-trust and reinforces knowledge. When helping others grow, confidence in one's own abilities deepens. Contribution shifts focus away from internal doubts and toward making a meaningful impact. The act of providing guidance, whether formally or informally, creates a sense of certainty and purpose that fuels confidence. Consistently exposing oneself to empowering content reshapes thinking. Books, podcasts, seminars, and courses filled with powerful ideas, strategies, and success stories keep the mind immersed in confidence-building principles. The brain is constantly absorbing information, and intentional exposure to positive, empowering messages counteracts self-doubt. Replacing time spent consuming negative media or engaging in disempowering conversations with learning from high-level thinkers and achievers accelerates the development of a confident mindset. Celebrating others' successes reinforces self-confidence. A scarcity mindset, where others' wins are seen as threats, weakens confidence and creates unnecessary comparison. However, adopting the belief that success is abundant and available for everyone shifts perception. When genuinely happy for others' growth and achievements, it reinforces the belief that personal success is also inevitable. This mindset eliminates competition and fosters an environment of collective elevation where confidence thrives. Building confidence is not just about personal mindset, but also about shaping the environment to support that mindset. The people, influences, and information absorbed daily either strengthen or weaken confidence. Choosing to be intentional about these influences creates an unstoppable foundation for self-belief. Over time, confidence is no longer something that fluctuates based on external circumstances, but becomes an unshakable part of identity, reinforced by a powerful and empowering support system.